Let's get into how we can use a minimalistic ticket tracking system to build something that will keep track of progress in a course or an organization. To start with Trello, what I'm going to do is select this plus icon here and create a board. And from here, I can go through here and choose a team if I wanted to, and choose whether I wanted to make it public or private. For now, I'll make this public, and I'll call this ticket tracking. So go through here and say ticket tracking. And this idea is typically a pretty good idea for initially creating a plan. And what I would do is say to do for a column. And then I would have another one called in progress. And then I would have another one called done. And what's nice about this type of a flow is that it's really easy to understand what's happening in an organization, and you can avoid many meetings. And what I would do is put the to-do tickets that everyone's agreed on. So we could say, let's say set up the CD pipeline, continuous delivery. Maybe set up the GitHub permissions, whatever task that you want to build in your project. And then inside of here, you could put additional notes. So you could say, for example, I think I'll get this done, maybe by the end of the week. And then I'll also even go through here and create a label. And the label I could put in and call this, let's say that the green color would be DevOps, right? So I could have DevOps labels here. And then I also, if I wanted to, could use Markdown and put additional notes, right? So I could go through here and say, this is a tag. And what's nice about this is that it's very small but effective, in that when I'm done and I'm ready to work on this, I can move this over and say, set up continuous delivery. And again, I didn't put this label on there that I had earlier. I can go ahead and put that. And I can also visually look at it and say, oh, okay, this is a DevOps task. And the person that's working on it, it looks like it's due October 30th. And they're currently in progress. They haven't yet done this other task, which is, a permissions task. And, I could do one more here and then say, create front end, just to make something have a different color. And then I could go through here and say a label, and we could call this front end or web. And then I could also do a due date and say, well, I don't think I'll get it done this week, but I could probably get it done maybe next week here. And then this is a great way to really identify visually what's happening in a project, what the state is, what progress a specific person is doing. So I could also assign this to myself, right? I could go through here and say members, give it to myself, and then communicate things without working. So that's really the key idea with something like Trello, is that you don't have to have meetings. You can asynchronously manage pretty much everything you would need to do, and the state itself is reflected inside of this ticket system. Now, one problem that I've seen that I would heavily recommend you don't do is to kind of explode the complexity. And a lot of times the value in something like Trello or any other minimalistic tracking system, I think GitHub has a good one as well, is that you keep it simple. And you can visually look at exactly what's happening. And then when you're done, let's say that I've moved the progress over here, people know I'm done, is then get rid of the card, maybe archive it, and just keep things simple so it's very minimalistic and it shows exactly everything by just looking at it once. So that's the key with Trello, is keep it simple and you can avoid many meetings.